Character dining is officially back, along with a buffet of all things. And over at California Adventure, we are seeing that Avengers Campus is far more manageable now than it has been since it officially opened. And over at Disneyland Park, many experiences are returning, along with several more set for the near future. Let's jump right into it. It's time for Disneyland Resort Update. What's going on, everybody? Wait for the Kingdom Report, hanging out with you once again to bring you all the latest happenings at the Disneyland Resort. Had an opportunity to swing on by the resort this week and check out all of these details for you. Wanted to make sure you were up to date with everything that's going on. We start here at the Disney Grand Californian Hotel and Spa, where something exciting has happened. Mickey's Tales of Adventure character dining breakfast is back at Storytellers Cafe, along with the buffet itself. Breakfast is $49 for adults, $29 for children. Why don't we take a peek inside and see how fun it is? Foot stomping, good time. They don't stop at your tables anymore. They do a lot of movement in and around your tables, and we will have a full review as to what it is like to experience character dining right now at the Disneyland Resort in the near future. Across the street, Disney's Paradise Pier Hotel is where we are headed, mainly to check out what's happening in this hotel, because we hear not a whole lot is going on. And what we mean by that is there are very few options here for anybody to enjoy. PCH Grill completely shut down at this point, permanently closed by the Disney company, as they have announced recently. So Donald's Seaside Breakfast and the buffet at night completely gone at this point, so no dining option there for a sit down. And then elsewhere in the lobby, the Surfside Lounge, which used to be kind of the quick service location in this hotel, this too is closed. You can go and lounge around, but there is nothing to snack on, there's nothing to buy, there is no food or drink service here. In fact, there is a sign on the counter that says, hey, if you're interested in a snack or a meal, go ahead and scan a QR code and you can order some things from downtown Disney. So that is the option that you have here at Disney's Paradise Pier Hotel. The only thing really open in this hotel, other than some of the rooms, is Mickey in Paradise. It's the general store within the lobby area, and they have a couple of snacks here. It's really like junk food, your chips, your candy, your sodas, your waters. So very basic stuff, and the selection is incredibly minimal. So there's not a whole lot going on here. $430+ a night it costs to stay at Paradise Pier Hotel right now. Let us know in the comments section if you think that is worth your money. Over at the Disneyland Hotel we go, where it has been completely fenced off. The entire perimeter is now gated. However, there is one way in and one way out for day guests, and that is under the sorcerer hat. You see here the Fantasia gift shop, located just on the back side of the lobby, is an open store for the hotel. There's also a sundries location elsewhere in the lobby, but right across this courtyard is the coffee house, and this is an option you have for your breakfast items, your coffees, your pastries, that sort of thing. They're open from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m., so if you have an interest in grabbing yourself a quick swig of caffeine, this would be the place for that. Tremendous cast members in here, by the way. Just the best attitude and the perfect way to start your day with these types of Disney cast members. One thing that we wanted to point out, still closed, is Goofy's Kitchen. Yeah, Goofy's Kitchen, character dining at the Disneyland Hotel, probably the most popular character dining in all of Disneyland, remains closed at this time. We took a peek inside of the area where Goofy's and Steakhouse 55 kind of meet, and it's all completely guarded off. You see here that there's a barricade up that won't even let you get near it anymore. Steakhouse 55 permanently closed, as we have found out by Disney's own admission. We don't know what's coming there. And as far as Goofy's goes, we took a look inside the windows. There's furniture missing at this point, so I don't even know what's happening with Goofy's Kitchen. Hopefully, we will see Goofy's Kitchen at least return in the very near future. Across the bridge and over the pool here at the Disneyland Hotel, another breakfast option as well as your lunch and dinner. Tangaroa Terrace is a place you can go grab yourself some grub if you'd like. And yes, Trader Sam's recently reopened here, the very popular Tiki Bar at the Disneyland Hotel, open for everybody to come enjoy if you would like to grab yourself a themed drink. We move into downtown Disney. You see ESPN Zone still remains just a shell of a building at this point. Nothing really going on inside. They're using it as a Disney Plus advertisement at this point. You also see what used to be the Rainforest Cafe remains the Star Wars themed store. So at least they're using it for some sort of purpose. And then the AMC Theater remains completely covered up. These are three big buildings that originally were sort of targeted for demolition as they were going to build a mega hotel. Of course, that fell through, and now they really just sit as shells of their former selves, unfortunately. Downtown Disney Monorail Station remains closed, as well as the monorail service in general from Tomorrowland to Downtown Disney and in reverse. We hope the monorail will be coming back soon. However, it doesn't look like that's going to happen, but we cross our fingers nonetheless. Elsewhere in downtown Disney, right next to Sprinkles, as a matter of fact, the Void remains a void, if you will. As it closed down last year during the pandemic, the Void completely vanished from downtown Disney here and over in Disney Springs at Walt Disney World. So hopefully something will be filling that space in the near future. Over at World of Disney in downtown Disney, they have expanded their mobile checkout process. Yeah, all you got to do is use your app, scan the QR code, grab a plastic bag, fill it up with the items that you want to buy, scan as you go, and then they check it on the way out, and you save time not having to wait in line. They're doing this at most big stores now across resort property. And here you have it. Yes, we like to acknowledge when we see this, and that is that the walk that you need to take from Mickey and Friends parking structure remains. So no tram service still at this point. So you do need to walk in all the way from the Mickey and Friends parking structure to the main entrance at this point. Over at California Adventure we go, down Buena Vista Street. Just a couple of updates in here that we wanted to share with you. The all-new Coco theme scene has been added to Mickey's PhilharMagic back here in the Hollywood section of the park. It is a re-rendered version of Mickey's PhilharMagic, so it's crystal clear. It is spectacular, wonderful to have that song along with Mickey's PhilharMagic at this point. And over in Avengers Campus, wanted to highlight that since they have done away with the whole virtual queue to just get into the land, it's much more manageable. You can experience almost everything in this land now. We do want to remind you, though, you still need to join the virtual queue for the Web Slingers attraction in order to get on that ride during the day. But just getting into the land now, so much better than it used to be. From California Adventure on over to Disneyland Park we go, as the summer crowds have descended on the happiest place on earth. Still restricted capacity, still park pass reservations in effect. However, the crowds are noticeably bigger, especially in areas like this, Town Square in front of Main Street Station, where it almost looks like a concert is going on, right? We got some rock stars up there on the train station platform, and Cruella just sauntering by with nobody any the wiser. This is a very popular destination throughout the day to see characters as they remain at a distance at this point. Disneyland City Hall has something new out in front of it that we've noticed recently, and that is, if you have lost an item, you no longer need to wait in line to file a report and to check on it. In fact, there's a website you can go to, and you can scan a QR code on a sign right here in front of City Hall. Save yourself a bunch of time. Hey, let's check on the rest of the park. It's time to head up Main Street. Who doesn't love themselves a journey down Main Street, USA? The park is looking beautiful. All right, back to Toontown we go. Mickey's Toontown, where it's mostly Mickey's construction. Yeah, you see the hills of Toontown go right on into a giant show building now, and that show building is dedicated to the construction of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, the transplant attraction coming to us from Disney's Hollywood Studios. And yes, the whole center portion of the land completely walled off for this construction. We've covered it in prior updates, something we can see from the exit of Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin. You see right there, the awning, that's going to be the entrance for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway when all is said and done, so we look forward to seeing some progress there. Something worth pointing out is that none of the food options back in Toontown are open. Clarabelle's, Pluto's, Daisy's Diner, this whole restaurant row area, completely shuttered, and we have no idea when or if it's going to be returning. Maybe they are going to wait for the long haul before they bring these storefronts back. Something you can still do, Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin, Gadget's Go Coaster, and of course you can meet various characters back here. They are still at a distance, so on Donald's boat, you can see Daisy, Donald, Goofy's house, of course Goofy, Mickey's house, you can see Mickey, and of course Minnie's house, you can see Minnie. So all locations that are still available for you to say hello to your pals. On the front side of Toontown, going into Fantasyland now, we see the Jungle Cruise world premiere. Yep, that's right. Fantasyland Theater was the place, the home of Mickey and the Magical Map, which has been completely shuttered for the entire last year and some change and has not reopened. Well, this theater has been dedicated and repurposed for the Jungle Cruise world premiere, which took place this past weekend. And you see the red carpet leading into the theater itself. Yes, all the stars were here for the event, and they still had not taken anything down. So you see they made it very jungle-fied up in here. Beautiful way to sort of dress up the area as it remains kind of depressing without a theater show. We move into Tomorrowland, where the big news is that walls have gone up around Finding Nemo's submarine voyage. We talked about it last time that we had just heard the news that they were going to bring the subs back, but now walls have gone up and work has begun to resurface a classic. And the Golden Horseshoe over in Frontierland will be returning, as a matter of fact. July 29th is the day I mentioned in my last update. It would be nice to have this place open, even if just for the air conditioning inside. Well, they're bringing not only the whole facility back with the restaurant inside, but also they are going to turn on the air conditioning for us. God bless them. No shows at this point, so no entertainment on stage within the Golden Horseshoe yet. We scoot on over to New Orleans Square, where something unusual has happened. Perhaps they are fumigating? I don't know. It looks like they have put up circus tents or something around the facades of the exteriors of New Orleans Square, just behind Pirates of the Caribbean. The storefronts are still open. You can still access all the stores along this strip. However, rather than put up scrims that reflect what's behind the work that's going on, usually they put images of what you're missing on these scrims. They kind of put up these like circus tent looking things with just some posters of things from New Orleans Square. So at any rate, it doesn't complement the beauty of the area at all. Kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. It's really unfortunate, to say the least. We move back to Critter Country, though, where some good news is upon us, and that is the Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh has returned from refurbishment, and now you can jump on into your honey beehive and see what the Pooville is all about. Why don't we take a look at what's happening?
One blustery day in the hungry garden, a little bear named Winnie the Pooh set off in search of honey.
Hang on tight, Leo! Happy Wednesday!
Rising rivulets. First the wind, and now this.
The Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, now back in action in Critter Country. Be sure to check it out. We move back now to the hub in front of Sleeping Beauty Castle, where the Plaza Inn has had an interesting change. You may recall in recent updates we were talking about how it seemed like every restaurant was requiring you to mobile order to get your food now, and if you wanted to pay with cash, there was like one register, and you would need to wait in like a 30-minute line just to pay. Well, Rancho del Zocalo, we found, was the only restaurant that wasn't listed on mobile ordering recently, and nobody was going there because nobody thought it was open. So it was like an empty restaurant, and you could go in, grab the food like the old days. Well, the Plaza Inn now has taken that approach and completely dropped off of mobile ordering. Not just the chicken, but the pasta is back as well as the Cobb salad. So throughout the day, Plaza Inn remained very quiet, which is crazy because that is always a booming restaurant. So something to keep in mind and in your back pocket. If you're looking to not have to mobile order, Plaza Inn or Rancho del Zocalo are your places. You see here a very reasonable wait time in terms of early evening in the middle of summer, especially with the big crowds we have been seeing. Still no fast pass at this point. And something that we wanted to make mention of, we've been getting some questions as to whether or not the ragtime piano players have returned. Yes, they have on both coasts, as a matter of fact. Magic Kingdom has had them return, and here at Disneyland Park as well. But you see, the piano itself, it has been moved to the upper patio of the Jolly Holiday Bakery. So now both patios get a little bit of that musical magic. So refreshment corner over here where they used to be, they can hear the piano player as well as the Jolly Holiday Bakery crowd. So it's a great placement for the piano player to be in. Further up Main Street, Carnation Cafe remains a restaurant that is shuttered and still dark. Getting continued questions about this in our comments. When is Carnation Cafe coming back? Folks, we continue to hear it's nothing more than a staffing issue. It really comes down to they just don't have enough cooks in the resort right now. They don't have enough cooks coming back online to staff everything. So as soon as they can get the right amount of staffing, they will reopen these places as soon as they can. But there's not enough cooks. And when you don't have enough cooks, you can't make any food. So right now, Carnation Cafe table area is open to everybody throughout the day. You can come enjoy your Gibson Girl ice cream, your Starbucks. It is basically an open cafe area, free seating for all. Well, that about wraps up this edition of the Disneyland Resort Update. Our drop-in is about complete. Want to encourage you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you like what we do here, make sure to give us a big thumbs up. And as always, you can follow us on social media at Kingdom Report Live. For the Kingdom Report, I'm Wade Heath. It has been a pleasure being with you today. We'll see you next time for another Disneyland News Update.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.